Hi, welcome back. Last podcast I published, episode 100, I told you that I would be taking a break. Well, that has turned into 3 months, but I needed it. So this episode 101 of the How to Life podcast, is called It is Okay to Take a Break. What happens if you don't allow yourself that time? Something's going to happen where you will be forced to take the break. So I want to kind of give you some guidance on how to avoid that, how to get out in front of it, and how to recharge so that you can put your best foot forward in the future. So I want to share with you some signs. The first one is you find yourself procrastinating. I did a podcast episode on how procrastination is actually wisdom. If you're looking for reasons not to do it, you probably shouldn't do it because you're not going to put your best foot forward. You're not going to give your best to that task. You are easily distracted. Somebody asks you a question and you immediately turn your attention to that person, anything other than what the task is at hand. Your quality of work decreases. You find yourself making mistakes, which means you have to do it over and the process is taking longer. And you feel negative emotion, like anger or resentment or depression. If you feel like you don't have an out, if you feel like it's never going to end, this is going to be your life forever, those are all negative emotions. And they're a bit irrational, but we sometimes allow ourselves to get into that spiral. That's a sign that it's time to take a break. And you are not having fun. When what you're doing is not fun, it might be time to take a break, refocus, reshift, and reevaluate at the very least. Now, a lot of people get nervous about taking a break, and there are fears involved. But I would like to alleviate some of those fears and help you notice that they're sort of made up. When you take a break, here is what will not happen. The world is not going to stop spinning. Even if you step out for a while, it keeps going, the job keeps going, the work keeps getting done. Another thing that will not happen is everyone's going to be lost without you. So an example for me with my kids, I was always there with them. If I went away for 3 days, I didn't enjoy myself because I was thinking that I'm somehow letting down my children. And as it turns out, they were just fine. They are fine now. Another thing that people worry about if they are to take a break is that they're going to be seen as weak. I did. I didn't want to be seen as lazy or weak. I wanted to be seen as hardworking and dedicated. But at what price? It's not worth digging yourself a hole, driving yourself into the ground. So, what happens when you do take a break? You have the ability, if you do it right, and you do it with intention, to focus on your mental health. Things that will help you are resting, meditating, and I would also recommend journaling. It is so important and so valuable when you get what's inside your head and put it down on paper. You're releasing something. Another great thing that happens when you take a break is you are able to focus on your emotional health. There are things you can do to help bolster that. Laughing. It's incredible what laughing and laughter does to your perspective. Also, enjoying who you're with, enjoying what you're seeing, really being grateful for what you're experiencing that gives you a sense of peace and happiness. And being present. Be present in the moment, and that will just soothe that emotional health. Also, focus on your physical health. Sleeping. Quality sleep for the next 4, 5, 6, 7 hours, whatever it is. Your physical health can also be improved by eating better. By the way, what you put in your body has a significant effect on your emotional health and your mental health as well. And of course, exercise. And it doesn't have to be all-out exercise. It could just be a walk. It could be anything that gets you out in nature. Maybe take your shoes off and get your feet on the grass, on the sand. Doing all of these things will allow you to do a better job at whatever task you were taking the break from. Taking this break allows you to refuel, give to yourself fill yourself up so that you can give to others. It also helps you with fresh ideas. That's what happened with me during my break. I slept a lot, I rested, but after a while, I started feeling motivated. I started coming up with good ideas, like putting the video portion with the podcast. So I will have the audio portion on the typical podcast player. I will have a video clip for YouTube. I will put the entire video podcast for my Patreon members. So if you'd like to see that, you can join my Patreon. So what can you do while you're on your break? Well, anything really, whatever you find relaxing. But I would recommend when you realize it's time to take a break, be deliberate about it. If it's hard for you to just sort of turn it off, then schedule it. Learn how to pace yourself. Listen to your body. Ask your body what it needs. Learn how to listen to that intuition, that tiny little voice that says, take a nap, read a book, get outside, go call your mom. And I'll say it again, set a timer and allow yourself that time. Do what you intend to do within that little break time. It's not a sign of weakness to take a break. It's actually very smart, and it takes strength to do it. And once you start doing it and start recognizing the benefits of it, you will never settle for less again. What kind of breaks do you take? Let me know in the comments, or you can send me an email to drlj@howtolife.com. I want to keep doing the video portion of this. Let me know if you liked it. And I want to thank you for your patience and for sticking with me. Even while I was on my break, I had people listening to the podcast, new subscribers, people watching my YouTube videos. Thank you guys very, very much for all of that. Let me know what adulting skills are tripping you up, what you want to know about, and how I can help you. Have a great day, everyone. You're doing a great job. You got this.